Yo, what's up guys, how's everyone doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at a high-end custom mechanical keyboard made by WASDKeyboards, and this is running on Cherry MX Blue switches. Now I said this is custom, and that's because as you can probably tell, the key colors are a little bit unusual, and that's because WASDKeyboards allows you to fully customize the color scheme on your keyboard. On their website you can build your own according to your own taste, swapping out things like switches and key layouts. Before jumping into this review, I want to give a big thanks to them for sending this out so I can actually make this review, and with that, let's get right into it. So starting off with pricing, this is a $150 keyboard, definitely coming in at the more pricey side of things, so we're going to be expecting it to pretty much tick all of the boxes. With the build quality, it does exactly that. This is a heavy keyboard which probably has a lot going on inside of it, and using it feels great. We've got the standard keyboard here with the numpad, and on the top right we also have 3 status indicators for caps lock, numpad and scroll lock. I have to say I love the minimalistic design that this keyboard starts off with, being all black and just having the red LEDs. That said, the customization is definitely a cool addition that really lets you make the keyboard yours. I'm going to touch on this at the end of this video, I'm really going to go in detail with that, but one downside to the design is that it's pretty much made with plastic throughout the whole keyboard. This is standard for keyboards, even at this price range, but it would have been nice to see something like aluminum here. Obviously this keyboard is a little bit heavy, so maybe having a light metal would help with that. I don't know, but it would have been nice to see some more premium materials with this. Still, it feels pretty good. One thing it lacks in design that you've probably already noticed is LEDs. The only LEDs here are the status indicators, and to most people, I just think that's going to be a huge turnoff. At this price range, I think that LEDs should have been included, but the trade-off here is that you can change the color of the keycaps. Personally, I would have liked to see LEDs here even with the different key colors, so it is a huge shame that they haven't included it here. Again, it would have been great to see an armrest coming with this keyboard, because that's also something that you'll see with keyboards at this price range, but they haven't included it. Over to the actual mechanical keys, the MX Blue switches here are made to that top quality that you'd expect, and I'm pretty sure it can be swapped out to any other switch you like. They've included a tool to remove each keycap here so you can access them and even replace them if you get bored of the colors. These keys are made with typists in mind, but they feel great for pretty much everything I've done using this keyboard. You'll easily be able to tell when the key has been clicked because of the actuation feedback, and I often bottom out the keyboards, but it definitely isn't needed. Just something that I like to do, and it works fine if you're a little more harsh with your typing. Moving over from my previous non-mechanical keyboard to this was like swapping out a trackpad for a mouse. It feels so much better, and that's definitely going to have something to do with the extremely satisfying click that you get with mechanical keys. There are 2 levels of pressure with these, the pressure you have to put on the key to actually push it, and the pressure to have it register as an input. This makes the click feel extremely satisfying, and that satisfying feeling doesn't stop there because they also sound great. This is definitely the loudest keyboard I've ever used because of the blue switches, rather than something like maybe red, which is designed for gaming, but the sound here really adds to that feedback I mentioned earlier. I'm the type of person who wouldn't even care if my PC fans went extremely loud, so the sound doesn't really bother me at all. That said, I know for sure that it'll annoy a large number of people out there, so if you're considering this, go for something like the red switches to cut down on that sound. Red switches are made super quiet and also tailored to gamers, so if you're streaming and things like that, you don't want people to hear your keyboard. Here's a quick sound test for you to get a better idea of what you can expect using this keyboard with the same switch, but bear in mind obviously you're not hearing this in real life and you're hearing it through a microphone. It is a high quality microphone, but it's not going to be 100% accurate. This is how they sound though. WASDKeyboards have also gone the extra mile with considerations that a lot of the other keyboard makers don't take. You can see that when you flip the keyboard over because we're getting multiple different ways to manage the cable head to help suit your setup. This is extremely cool to see and can really help you tailor it to your own setup. That's the theme that we keep seeing here with the complete customizability, so it's great to see. The 6 rubber pads on this keyboard are also really good, and I know it's a weird thing to bring this up with a keyboard, but it will not move if you don't want it to. So I want to go over customization again because it's a huge part of why you would probably want to buy this keyboard. You can choose which keycaps you want, whether or not you want the numpad, of course what color keys you want, and some more things on the website. You really can tailor this to your own tastes, and that's not something that you can say everywhere. In fact, they've even gone as far as providing you a file which you can completely custom edit to get exactly what you want on the keycaps. You can start rocking your own logos or just different different designs on the keys, extremely cool stuff to see. You can even change the fonts. This is complete customizability. So overall, this is definitely a great keyboard, but things like not having an armrest or LEDs are going to be deal breakers for most people. At this price range, I would expect to see these features included, but WASDKeyboards is one of the few companies out there allowing you to fully customize your keyboard so that it can fit your own setup perfectly. That's something which for many people can really be worth the price and even the compromises that they've made with LEDs and the armrest. I'm going to go ahead and recommend this to everyone out there looking to get a keyboard that they want to make feel like their own, but if that stuff doesn't matter to you, I think that you're probably going to be better off going for something that has the extra features which aren't included here. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am a little bit sick, as you might have been able to tell, but we're getting better. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'm out. Peace.